Hello? Oh, yes, send it right in. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Oh, and can you hold my calls? This is a evaluation interview. I don't want to be interrupted. Thanks so much. Bye.
Hi.
Hi, Maria. Let me clear a space for you here,
Thanks
if you
a lot
don't mind. Can you grab a chair so
Sure,
you can be more
sure.
comfortable?
Thank you. Sorry, I don't. I didn't mean to. Okay. Thank
Sorry.
you. No, what I meant is I don't want to. Because I know you have a small space, and I don't want to. Anyways, thank you for seeing me, because I know you've been traveling a lot, and I really appreciate you taking time to do this.
Oh, no problem. So, how's the year been?
Ups and downs. It's been overall. I'm quite satisfied with my work. It was tough going. As you know, we discussed in the past few months. The problems I had with some of my projects.
Yeah, in fact, that would be my first question. What are some of the challenges that you faced this year, and how'd they go?
Yeah, well, as you know, I had these. Initially, I was supposed to do 5 projects, and I was only able to complete 2 because in 3 of the projects, there was the internal conflicts. There was obviously, there was war, then something else broke out. So I wasn't really able to go into the countries. On the other hand, even though I was not able to complete the 3 projects, some of the guidelines and the brochures that I developed for the 2 countries were actually picked up by 5 or 6 other NGOs, and they are now using the guidelines. So
Really?
yeah, So even though I'm a bit disappointed that I wasn't able to totally meet the objectives.
It had a
that were set.
leveraging effect. Yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think, I think now, because I was able to implement it in these 2 countries, and because other NGOs, are using these guidelines, I'm getting feedback, so that when we are ready to implement in the other 3 countries, I think I'm much more prepared. So it's actually been, there was a negative side to it, and there's a positive side.
Was there anything last year that I could have done to support you better?
No, I really think you've been pretty supportive. I really appreciated, our meetings that we've had throughout the year. I also appreciate your honesty. I think sometimes it's important, to be able to discuss, your successes, as well as some of the not so successful things you've done.
On that note, just to examine that a little bit more, yes, there were outside circumstances that limited your ability to successfully implement these pilots. Was there anything that you could have done differently to help mitigate that, or anything I could have done differently? Granted that there was this outside event.
Part of it, I think, but that's something that I have to deal with, is that the issue of delegating.
Yeah.
I think that I could have perhaps delegated some of the tasks, on these projects, so that at times, at times I really felt overwhelmed. And sometimes my not delegating, can be translated into, my not wanting to share, or it can be.
I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting right now. Thanks.
Or it can be perceived, by my colleagues as my wanting to be, recluse and not sharing information, when that's not it at all. And but I think there are some. I think SDL gives some courses on communication skills. So
the other thing I'm thinking is I know a lot of people who have been in similar circumstances in the past. if I had known
Yeah.
earlier what sort of problems you were facing,
Yeah.
I might have been able to connect you
Yeah.
with them. In addition to the delegation
Mm-hmm,
issue, perhaps coming to me with these problems
Mm-hmm.
earlier and giving me an opportunity to maybe suggest some people
Mm-hmm.
that could help out, could be something to think about in the future.
Well, how do you think I've done? I mean, now that since we're exchanging,
Well, I'm actually quite proud of the work that you've done and the advances that you've made.
really?
But I think this interview is more not so much my judgment of you, but specifically, how can we together improve the work moving forward? And what I'd like to do is put down some of the thoughts that we've shared and put them into actionable items that on paper we can agree on and maybe revisit the next time.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Great. How do you feel about your work?
I love my work.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I really enjoy what I do, and I'm really looking forward to the next year. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully these three countries will reach some sort of agreement so that we can go in there and start implementing these guidelines. And to me, it's very exciting, and I find it exciting working with the NGOs, and I'm really looking forward to the next year.
Well, and I think the fact that we have it's easy enough to pick projects that are in easy circumstances. The fact that you have picked projects in difficult circumstances were needed more there, and the challenges are things that we can overcome.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, so
Thank you.
you're going to send me.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll look at it, and then we can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And these things, they happen every 6 months, but it's the
Okay.
weekly meetings that really count.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary.